now we are going to see about two security policies of the web application, which is SOP and CORS. So once after these two, we'll do practically everything. We'll see everything in a practical. So same origin policy is a server level security feature. So this security feature will validate the request whether it is coming from the same protocol, same host name, and same port number. Okay, so same origin policy is generally a server level security feature. So if any request is coming to the server, in that time it will check whether the request is coming from the same protocol. So please note it down. Okay, so I'll type it here. So once after the recording, you can please note it. So it will check for the first protocol, host name, and port number. So it checks whether the request is coming from the trusted protocol, okay, it coming from the same protocol or same host name and same port number. If all these three will be fine, then only process the request to do the activity, else it will not process the request. So this is secure. So here you can able to see, for example, we just take this store.com. I'm just typing here. Okay, so we can take this URL as the reference. Okay, so we take this URL as the reference. So if it have the first URL, so okay, if you can see this left side URL is our reference, http://store.company.com/file.txt. This is our reference. So if we get the response like this, means what we have. Okay, so if we get the see, one second. So if so this is the same, this is the application we have implemented the same origin policy, and this is how the request will come. So it will allow or not. So this is our base URL. We implemented the same origin policy, and if the first request will come to the server, means the server will allow the request or not. Okay, so what are all the policies, what are the things the same origin policy will check? First it will check the protocol. Okay, so this is HTTP protocol, and here also HTTP protocol. And next it will check with the host name. So here the host name is store.company.com. Here also the host name is store.company.com. And next it will check the port number. So here also we doesn't mention the port number. So if it doesn't mention the port number, means it is a HTTP service, so generally it will take the port number 80 as default. So here also we doesn't mention the port number, so it also take the 80 as a default. So this request will be processed. Okay, the server will process this request. Okay, now you have a question. See, here is the file.txt, and here there is a directory to inside the folder other.html. See, URI may be different, okay, because we can't able to write a policy for each and every URIs. Okay, because in the server there is a directory 1, directory 2, or any URIs may be present, any folders and files may be present. We can't able to write a policy for all the things. So that is why we check this same origin policy, only check the protocol, host name, and port number. So the first request have satisfied all of these. Okay, so see, then now see about the second request. Okay, so this is our master domain. Okay, so from this domain only we are writing the policy. If the request will, if the second request will be come to the server, means it will be processed or not. Super, it will be processed because it satisfies the protocol, host name, and port number. So what about the third URL? Using HTTPS protocol. Okay, so in the initial itself it will be disqualified. Okay, and for a fourth request, the protocol is same, host name is same, but here they didn't mention any port number, so defaultly take the port number 80 because this is a HTTP service. So here also they're using HTTP service, but here they're mentioning the port number to 81. So this 81 will be a different port number, so it will be disqualified the second request. And how about the third request? It having the different host name. Okay, now we have the idea. So company.com is a domain, this store.company.com and news.company.com are a subdomain. So is this the same domain now? Means yes, it is the same domain, but we write the policy for store.company.com only. Okay, so we write the policy for store.company.com only. Here the domain is different, news.company.com. So the final request also will be not considered. So this is actually same origin policy. This same origin policy specifically mitigate the attack of host header injection. Okay, the first injection we are going to see in our web application exploit was a hosted injection. So that time will clearly tell you what is hosted injection, how to find that, how you can change the host parameters, and how about x forwarded host and all everything. But this same margin policy will generally mitigate the host header injection based attacks. Okay, and next one we are going to see was a CORS. Okay, so here's the client. Client is looking for some data. I'm just showing it out, so it will be clear to you all. Because once after this, we are going to see everything in the practical. So just 1 minute, sir. I'll show you in a clear now. So here's a client, and this is server domain X. Okay, this is a server one, and this is server two. So what happening is, so client. Okay, I'm just writing here. Okay, so client one, server one, and server two. So this client is looking for some, is searching for some resource in this domain one. Okay, so client is searching for resource in domain one. So what generally this domain will do, if the resource is available in domain one, then this domain one share the resource with the client. This is generally happen. So if the domain one having the resource, then this domain one share the resource with the client. But now that particular resource will not available in the domain name, domain 1. It is available in domain 2. Now what this domain 1 will do is, it goes to the domain 2 and takes the resource. Okay, it goes to the domain 2 and get back the resource, and once after getting this resource, it will send the resource to the client. So this is actually a cross origin resource sharing. So user is searching for some data in domain X, but that resource is not available in domain X. So what this domain X will do is, this domain X going to the domain Y and getting back the resource from domain Y and share that resource to the client. So this is cross origin resource sharing. So now the user is only looking for the resource in domain X, but this domain X sharing the resource which is presented in the another domain to the client. So this is generally cross origin resource sharing. So now which domain sharing the resource? Domain X or Y. Which domain sharing the resource? Domain Y sharing the resource to domain X. So in domain Y case, what they have to do, so what the domain Y administrator have to do is, they have to properly configure the access control allow origin. So this access control allow origin is a security mechanism. It is a hosting based security mechanism. If you are testing any application that having the access control allow origin is star, then you can report it as an issue also, because if it may be a star, it star refers to anything. Okay, star refers to anything and everything. So if the domain Y, okay, so this is domain Y, so domain Y access control allow origin will be star, then this domain Y share all the resource to the domain X. Okay, so for example, you just consider this domain Y having a login. Okay, so if it having the login means it have the user data, login ID and password. So even it is not validate anything. Okay, if domain X will ask something, it will share all the resource to the other domains. Okay, if access control allow origin will be star. Okay, if access control allow origin will be star, this domain Y will share all the resource to any other domain. So what generally administrator have to do this in this place, they have to be properly set. Okay, what kind of data have to be shared, and for which domain it have to share the data. Even for not all the domain, it have to share the data. Okay, it have to share the data to the specific domain and only the specific data. This is actually cross origin resource sharing, but this is some in-depth work. So for this, many of the administrator will fail to do this, and they simply put like star to make everything easy. But if they put a star, then it will be the issue. Okay, now if access control allow origin will be star, this application never validate anything. Okay, it will send all the resource to any other domains. So this is actually cross origin resource sharing. This is the access control origin presented inside the cross origin resource sharing. Okay, see, we take a best example. Yeah, both. Okay, so we have both account and VCC one thing. Okay, so this is a good example for cross origin resource sharing. So here we are the user, and this is Instagram, and sorry, this is Instagram, and this one is Facebook. Okay, so using our Facebook login also, we can able to, using our Facebook credentials also, we can able to log in into Instagram account. Using Facebook credential also, we can able to log in into Instagram account. without account. Okay, even we doesn't have an account in Instagram, we can use the same Facebook credentials to log in into Instagram also. Yes, it is
Yep.
possible. Okay, either the business. Okay, so it both are different domains. But how it is possible? Maybe the owner is the same person, Mark Zuckerberg. But how generally it is possible? Because see, now I am giving my Facebook login ID to this application. Okay, so I'm sending my Facebook login ID to the Instagram, and Instagram doesn't have the data. So what it does, it check my login ID in the Facebook.com. Okay, it having the permission to access the facebook.com, so it check the credentials in facebook.com and get back the result. Okay, so once if the result will be fine, okay, once the result will be okay, then it will make the user to log in. Okay, so then it makes the user to log in. So this is actually cross-origin resource sharing. Even it doesn't have my user ID or credentials, but it will check my credentials in a facebook.com. And if I have a user account in facebook.com and I'm using the same right credential, then it allows us to log in Instagram also. So even Instagram doesn't have the resource. What it does, it check from the facebook.com and taking the resource and getting back the user to log in into their account. So this is actually cross-origin resource sharing. Now in Facebook side, what they have to do, they have to properly configure the access control allow option. Okay, so they have to properly mention for a which domain it have to share the data and what kind of data it have to share to other domains. So from their administrator side, they have to properly verify and configure this. So if they simply put a star means their work is very less. Okay, so if they put simply star means their work is very easy, but that star will lead to big exploitation, big information disclosure actually. Okay, so this is actually cross-origin resource sharing.